guys, it's Becky. I am back with another process video. Today I'm going to be using the Maggie Holmes Chasing Dreams collection for my layout. Right here I had dumped out a whole bunch of frames I had previously cut out, and I am going to cut up some of this tissue paper and kind of back the frames with it. This is the idea I had for this layout. It turns out okay. I did use wet adhesive, so the back of my paper kind of warped a little bit. I'm not loving that part of it, but I think once it gets into the page protector, it'll be fantastic. Okay, so I went ahead, like I said, I am putting some wet adhesive on the back of my frames and laying them down on the tissue paper, and then I am just going to cut, or on some of them, rip the tissue paper away from the frames. On this one right here, I put a little bird down, and I do this on 3 different frames. I'm going to put some glossy accents on top of that little bird just to make him glossy, to make him a little more dimensional, basically, is what I'm doing. I do that on 3 frames. I only show me doing it on 1 of them. And actually, that's a kind of a lie. 2 of the birds have glossy accents. 1 of the birds is just plain in the final layout. I do like to use the glossy accents on top of different pieces just to give it that little bit of extra shine and dimension. My background is going to be a piece of white that is from a 12 by 12 paper pad, and also this piece right here. I am not going to use this side, which is the plus side. I am actually going to use the reverse side that is pink with some foliage on it. But initially I thought I was going to use the plus side. I do run this piece that I'm cutting out right here down the top and bottom of the page, and that piece that I cut off in a triangle shape is going to be at the bottom right. This is that 12 by 12 paper I was talking about. Now, if I were to use cardstock instead of the 12 by 12 piece of paper from a paper pad, I might not have had the warping that I ended up having from the wet glue. The wet glue usually doesn't warp if you use cardstock. I was being, I don't want to say frugal, but I mean, I don't want to waste this stuff, right? So it's white. I'm going to use it. So here's where I go ahead and attach down that paper, and here is where my triangle goes. It's kind of a little bit offset. I am going to back my photo with some of the tissue paper as well. This is very tissue paper heavy. So here are all those frames that I had back with that tissue paper, and I'm going to scatter those around the page. At first I kind of put them a little bit apart, but then I end up putting them closer together and just making several clusters. Over on the right hand side of that photo, I did cut out a tag from one of the 12 by 12 pieces of paper. I put one of those frames with the tissue paper on it, and I put a phrase that says, "From the heart, always remember this." That was from one of the 12 by 12 papers that had all those like pink looking washi strips with phrases on them. I had cut some of those out because I got the paper pad, and what am I going to do with it? So I did cut a whole piece of paper out of all the phrases out of one of the pieces of paper, and I do use that right there on that tag. So here is where I go ahead and decide to do clusters instead of spreading them out. I really like these frames a lot, and I've noticed with the Maggie Holmes, in every collection, she almost always has a piece of paper that has frames, which I really like. Here I'm showing you that bird that has the glossy accents on it up close. Here's the other one. That's that tag I was talking about that I had put together previously before laying it down. I am also layering some of these frames behind my photo. Aren't those bows on that frame just so cute? I put one of the bows in each of the clusters. They're so cute. I love those. Alright, so I am going to go ahead and start laying some of this stuff down. Now this photo is a photo of the bird feeder Jim had gotten me for Christmas. Now I had already done a layout previously, but I wasn't talking about the bird feeder. I was talking about the cardinal that did not know how to use the bird feeder. This one is going to go on my birthday, which is March 8th. And this is one of the things that Jim had gotten me for my birthday, which is like my favorite thing. He also got me a tablet, which I love my tablet too, because I had a tablet and it died, so he replaced it. Still, bird feeder, best gift ever. And at the end of this video, after I show you, when I move the layout up toward the camera and show you the details, after that I put in a clip of these squirrels that are messing around on this bird feeder, and I had put it on Facebook, but I don't usually do scrapbooky stuff on my Facebook page, but I put acrobatic squirrels. The squirrel jumped on top of the bird feeder, and then he was hanging on the edge of this bird feeder by his feet, and he'd curl up, grab some, and you could see on the ground there were some squirrels down there. He was throwing some bits of food down onto the ground for these other squirrels. It's hilarious to me anyway. I put it at the end of here. At the end of this video, I did put a clip of that because it's just funny to me. Alright, so I did break out some of the chipboard pieces. I put this little kind of a long oval-y deal up there by that top left one. It says best ever. I did pull out some chipboard hearts, and I only used one of those, but I don't use it just yet. Well, actually I used two. I put one at that top right cluster, and I put a gold one at the bottom right. It's not on there yet. Right here I'm showing you my journaling. I am going to cut the journaling into strips and just kind of lay it down underneath the photo and that tag. I am going to use these gold tile stickers from Studio Calico to write out MAR 2017, and also my title, which is Birthday Feeder. And I am going to put those, the March 2017 is at the top right, the Birthday Feeder is over the photo. Now if you notice some really weird stuff with this voiceover, it's because my computer is acting crazy, and I keep having to go in and delete bits and then start over, and I really apologize, but I haven't figured it out yet. Alright, so here's where I'm putting down that journaling. You can see over to the right of that tag, I did put a chipboard bow down. It is a gold foil bow, and it is from the chipboard sticker sheet. I did take some of those rhinestones that I've been working with lately from the recollections and put several rows of 3 around the page. Right here from the sticker sheet, I just pulled off a couple gold foil hearts and put those down. Up at the top left, in that top left cluster, there is a pink chipboard heart there as well. I did put some crochet thread through that tag just to give it a little something. And here I am showing you what it looks like up close. And I'm sorry if I missed stuff. Like I said, this video is not wanting to work with me at all. So this is just what I was able to do. So guys, thank you so much for joining me. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Bye guys.